Kingdom Hearts is a series of action role-playing games as well as a few others developed by Square Enix and, funnily enough, Disney Interactive Studios as well. The simplest I can introduce the plot for this game is the majority of the series it is revolved around the protagonist Sora and his journey fighting darkness across worlds. Just as the popular YouTuber Jelly Apocalypse said, you can use all these words in the plot and replace the word darkness with bees, and it would make exactly as much sense. As much as I would love to go into the very, very, very complex lore of this game, I'm going to save you all some time and just go into the origins and gameplay and stuff like that. This series was created by the Japanese game designers at Square Enix, Tetsuya Nomura and Shinji Hashimoto. It all started out when Nomura and Hashimoto wanted to create a game just as popular as games at the time, like Super Mario 4 for example. Although they needed their characters to be just as marketable, similarly like Disney characters. But how could they get Disney characters to be featured in such a new and complex idea? It all starts with an elevator. One day, Hashimoto was entering the elevator at the office building when he ran into a Disney executive. He took his opportunity and pitched the game idea. The executive communicated to his colleagues, and Disney started to look into it. Despite many disagreements over content, they eventually found a compromise, thus Kingdom Hearts was born. The game started to develop using original and Disney characters with the influence of other Square Enix games, such as Final Fantasy, The World Ends With You, and Onhinder. The series consists of 13 going on 14 games sometime in 2024. The chronological order of the series goes as such: X back cover, Key, Union Cross, Dark Road, Birth by Sleep, 0.2 Fragmentary Passage, Kingdom Hearts 1, 358 Days Over 2, Chain of Memories, Kingdom Hearts 2, Coded, Dream Drop Distance, Kingdom Hearts 3, Melody of Memory. Lastly, Missing Link is theorized to be in between Cross and Dark Road, then hopefully Kingdom Hearts 4 at the very end of the timeline. The series is also released across many different gaming platforms, which don't worry if you want to play all the available games, all you will need is the all-in-one package on recent consoles and a mobile phone in the upcoming future. Music is also a big part of the franchise. All music is compromised by the wonderful Yoko Shimomura, and it's all just phenomenal. We also can't forget the absolute legend Hikaru Utada is, who is the vocalist for the 3 main games' title themes. There are at almost 100 characters throughout the franchise, which may not sound like a whole lot, but there are double the amount of enemies. There are tons of connections between the main characters, which can be quite confusing, and there's different forms of all the enemies and all that stuff. But don't worry, we won't get into that. Some of my favorite characters are Riku and Zeon. I honestly don't know why I like them, but I think they're pretty cool. There are around 50 worlds, and just to name a few, like Olympus, Toy Box, Twilight Town, and Hollow Bastion are a few of my favorites. The gameplay is an action roleplay hack-and-slash type of elements. The majority of games feature real-time combat that incorporates physical attacks, magic, and summonings, although each game handles its combat differently. A lot of the games besides mobile use basic controller mechanics like A, B, X, Y, triggers, arrows, all of that jazz. In a few games, they use deck commands and have the ability to combine and use multiple different types of commands like magic. In Chain of Memories, it uses a card system. Players will use different types of cards and decks to perform special attacks and abilities. 358/2 uses a panel system where players can gain items and abilities through slot releasers. Kingdom Hearts is one of the only games that give characters like Sora different appearance and ability forms, which is pretty cool. Lastly, throughout most of the games, there are link, summons, and mechanics, which do exactly what their names assume. They can link or summon other characters to gain help in battle. Lastly, trinities are colored marks scattered around worlds that you can interact with and help you do things like jump, charge, ladder, push, and detect, which all can be helpful trying to navigate the map. I'm running out of time. I don't know what else to put here, so that was all I could fit. Thank you for listening.